Get this going. All right, so I was just explaining to Nikki that it is completely normal to feel overwhelmed when you start in this business, right? Like Karen probably felt it. She actually has been a coach for a little while, is jumping back into it. But you're probably feeling it all over again, right? You're like,
Yeah.
this, and now all this information is coming at me again. Completely normal. Like every coach that comes into my team and our teams, they feel it. Okay. So I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, like I feel so lost because, and maybe I'm the only one that feels overwhelmed, but it's completely not true. We all feel it. Tanya felt it. I felt it, and we became coaches. Okay. There is a lot of information. But that just means that there's a lot out there for you guys to grasp and a lot out there for you guys to, go out there and read and learn. And, it's better than having no information, right? Right? Like how much would that suck if you have no information, right? So, but we're here to help you kind of sort through all those, overwhelming feelings, to sort through the information, to kind of tell you what the most important things are for you. And that's what this call is all about, making you, like easing your mind, making you feel a little bit more confident to get started, right? So the number one thing, you guys, that's so important when you're starting out, and I say this to all my new coaches, is just to work on yourself. Okay, that's number one. You have to be working on your own journey. Honestly, I share this story all the time because it's happened with me in this business. If I fall off track with my fitness and my nutrition, things start to slow down with the business. Okay, so I just feel like it all rolls together for me. And if I am completely on point with my nutrition and my workouts and I'm following a program from start to finish, I can pretty much guarantee that my results with my business are going to be way better because I'm there, I'm sharing my workouts, I'm sharing my nutrition, I'm sharing my personal development. Like that's what I'm sharing on social media. And if I'm not doing those things and I fall off track with all that, I have nothing to share. Okay, so working on yourself is 100% so important in this business. You have to make sure that you are being proof the product works. Okay, reading your personal development at least 20 minutes a day. And I'm going to shoot out some names for you that are some great books that I found that I've liked, that other coaches on our team have liked. Just a few that you guys can jot down. Okay, Mastering Your Mean Girl. You Are a Badass. Miracle Morning is a book that we're reading in my challenge group right now. We're working on waking up early, and we're reading the Miracle Morning. I'm reading it for a second time with them. I absolutely love it. Slight Edge and The Compound Effect. And those are just a few of them. There's so many more out there that are great books to read that have helped me and helped so many other coaches on our team. There's also a list in our team page of personal development books. You just have to search personal development in the search bar on Team Rise Up, and a bunch of books will come up. Okay, but just make sure you're following a program. Okay, there's not as much to be said if you're jumping around from program to program as there is if you're starting day one of Shift Shop and finishing Shift Shop, because people are going to follow that more. They're going to get a little confused on your social media if you're like, I'm doing T25 one day and I'm doing Insanity the next day, and then I'm going to lift some weights and do hammer and chisel. They're not going to follow your journey as easily as if you are going from start to finish with a program. Okay, so I highly encourage you guys to do that. So work on yourself, number one. If you're not doing that, everything else kind of tends to fall apart. All right, number two is start sharing what you're doing. Okay, sharing on social media. This means sharing your nutrition, sharing your workouts, sharing your Shakeology. Doesn't mean you're going to be kissing your Shakeology cup every day on your social media. Like, you don't want to do that. But sharing, what it's done for you, how it's helping you. Share what you're reading, right? You're going to be personal development as part of your day daily. Share something from your book. Okay, take a picture of yourself outside in the daylight with good lighting, and take a book, like take one of your books and a quote from the book that you read and make it a post, right? Like just something inspirational, motivational. That's what I see a lot of people on Instagram doing now, is just posting a really beautiful picture of themselves and then underneath it just putting some kind of inspirational quote or motivation and then spinning off of that. If you're dreading going to work, talk about dreading going to work, and that how, maybe you haven't left your job yet, but your dream is to do what your coach is doing, to be able to leave work and to not have to go, on that hour drive every day to your job. Share your life. Like that really is what it's all about, is just sharing your life, not just sharing Beachbody, but sharing your journey every step of the way. If you follow, my page, Tanya's page, Michelle's page, Megan's page, Michelle McGreevy's page, we're simply just sharing our life, okay? Sharing the ups, we're sharing the downs. We're not perfect. We share our struggles, but that's where people connect with us, okay? So make sure you're sharing. So that was number 2. Number 3, you have to make sure you're connecting with people, okay? And this is so simple, and people kind of make it scary, but it's not scary. Like, connecting with people is just simply connecting with people who are liking what you're sharing on social media. Okay? Someone likes your post that day. Someone comments on your post. Connect with them. Simply just say something like, hey, thanks for liking my post. Thanks for liking what I shared today. It really means a lot to me. It helps to keep me going and motivated. How have you been? Or it can be related to the post that you shared that day. If you shared a post with your kids, talk about their kids. Are you ready for them to be, done with summer break? Are you ready for them to go back to school? Connect with them. That's all it is. So it doesn't have to be scary. Simply thank them. Super, super simple. It may not always land in a challenge pack sale. I want you guys to know that it's okay to help people and give them free advice and give them free resources and free tools. Okay. If they say they're struggling with portions, talk to them about the 21-day fix containers. Just tell them what they have. And if they're struggling with support, talk to them about your challenge groups or your free fitness support group. Okay. So it's okay if they just buy a program or they don't buy a challenge pack. It's okay if they just want to join your free fitness support group, because that's where you're going to connect with them even more, is in your free fitness support group. Okay. And that's where you're sharing your life, and they're going to get to know you better. Okay. Another important part is consistency. Okay. Consistency is key with this business. I do not take days off social media. I don't take days off Instagram. I at least post once to Instagram every day. Okay, I don't post as much to Instagram as I do on Facebook. Facebook is 2 to 3 times a day. It used to be 3 to 5 times, but now I just make more meaningful posts and make them less times a day. But I don't take a day off. If it's the weekend, I'm not working as hard on the weekend, but I'm still sharing my life. I'm still sharing my journey. I'm still reaching out to people. I'm still connecting. Okay. So I also want you guys to understand that I don't want you to get discouraged if, people are seeing your posts, but you're not getting as many likes on your posts. If you see something and you're like, gosh, only one person liked my post today, don't get discouraged. People are watching you, and they're kind of just waiting to see if this new thing that you're doing is going to last, right? Like, they're like, oh, she's doing this new thing. I'm not going to hit like on it because I'm not so sure that this is something that's, going to stick with her. But you are the one that has to prove them wrong. You're the one that has to stay consistent and show them that this is, a lifestyle for you. Okay. So believe that there are people watching you, because they are. I've had it happen many times where I'm like, gosh, my posts seem to be tanking. Nobody's liking them. And then you get a message where someone says, that post really spoke to me. Tell me about what you're doing. Okay. So they can message you. People are watching, but they're watching for you to be consistent. Right? They are watching for you to be consistent. If there's a day where you fall off and you don't post something, they might not trust you. That trust might be broken if you don't post on social media. Okay. So, connect with people on Facebook, and there's different ways that you guys can do this. Okay. So friends on Facebook, connect with them, write down their names, join groups of interest. Okay. I talk about the 5 pillars all the time. 5 pillars are simply 5 interests that you have outside of Beachbody that you can connect with people about. Okay, so, just for example, mine. I love peanut butter. I love to lift weights. I hate cardio. What are some of my other ones? Oh, I love my golden doodle, and I'm a mom of 2 kids. And I was a nanny. I was super shy. Like, those are my pillars, and those are things that I talk to people about on social media, because those are the people that I want to attract, people that are like me. Okay. And don't prejudge people and think that when you're talking to people that you don't want to invite that person because they just won't want to join you. Right. Don't ever prejudge people. Okay. I've done that before and I have been burned. Like, I will say, I don't want to reach out to that person about coaching because they are, I just don't think they'd want to do it, or they wouldn't want to join my team. And then they go and join someone else's team. Okay. Because I didn't ask. Okay, it's happened. It's a true story. All right, you can also find people on your spouse's friends list. Okay, go to your spouse's friends list. Okay, and then find some women that you think look like you gel with and friend request them. Okay, just be brave, friend request them, start a conversation once they accept your friend request. Okay, mutual friends, the same thing. You know, friend request mutual friends, and just shoot them a message once they connect with you and just say, hey, you know, thanks for the ad. I'm just always looking to connect with others. Or say, hey, you know, I noticed we have so-and-so, you know, in common. We have mutual friends. I'm always looking to connect with other women. That's it. And start a conversation with them. Check out their page, see how old their kids are, strike up conversation that way. Okay. And then I always tell my coaches to join new groups, join groups. Okay, groups that are involved with your 5 pillars. So if I have a golden doodle dog, I join lots of golden doodle groups, and I talk to lots of people who have golden doodles, and I built lots of relationships. I've had people join my groups that have golden doodles just because we've connected through our dogs. Crazy, but true. Okay. There are other groups out there. If you are a mom of twins, there are lots of mom of twins group. I have a new mom that just joined. She's a mama twin. So I've told her to join mom of twin groups, right? So there's other ways that you connect with people. So many ways, right? And now Instagram, we have lots of new ways to connect with people. Okay. So comment on other people's posts, right? If you see what they're doing and you're friend requesting these people, make sure you go to their pages, comment on their posts, like the things that they're sharing, shoot them messages, because when you're sending them messages, their posts are going to show more in your newsfeed, or your posts are going to show more in their newsfeed. Okay. It's a slow process, you guys. It really is a slow process, but you have to be consistent because the rewards will come back to you. Okay. But be yourself. Okay. If there's anything I can tell you guys, it's to be yourself in this business. Okay. People will be attracted to you if you are being you. Okay. So believe in yourself too. There's so much in this business that could knock you down, that could make you say, I don't think I'm good for this. You know, I don't think I can be a good leader, or I don't think I can be a good coach, or I'm struggling today with self-confidence, right? But you have to build yourself back up. You are the only one responsible for your business, and you're the only one responsible with building yourself back up with personal development. Okay. Every single day, you guys, I roll out of bed and I still struggle with certain things, you know, with my confidence. But the first thing I do is plug in earbuds when I get out of bed. And as I'm putting my makeup on or doing my hair, getting ready for the day, I am listening to something positive. Okay. And then I still read. When I go downstairs, I still physically read a book before the kids wake up. So that's so important. It's a hugely important part of your day, is just to read personal development, to listen to podcasts. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Okay. And now this brings me to your why. Okay. Be really aware of why you want to do this business, why you want this to work for you. Okay. This is the most important thing that I wish I could just center this whole call around, because without a why, you're not going to have something pushing you in this business. And you guys all know my story. You know my why. I'm not going to get too far into it, but I wanted to be home with my kids. That's it. I knew that my job as a nanny was going to end when my kids went to school. And when my kids got old enough to go to school, I didn't want to have to go searching for an office job. I wanted to be home with my kids. That drove me every single day, because I'm telling you, you guys, there's not going to be, you know, easy days every single day in this business. It's not going to be rainbows and unicorns and butterflies and roses every single day. There's going to be tough times. You're going to hear the word no, but you're going to have that why in your head and in your heart that's going to push you beyond those days, and push you beyond those situations. Okay, so take a minute, write down your why. I want you guys to really do this, like right now. If you don't have your why written down already, make sure it's written down somewhere where you can see it every single day. Okay, pretty soon you're not even going to need to look at it, because it's going to be up here in your head and in your heart every single day. But just like you have a why in your challenge groups, like today in our challenge group, it was why day. Or no, it was actually yesterday, but I went live and I shared my why in my challenge group. I got really real. I got really raw. I think I cried in it. But that's the thing, you guys. Your why has to be that strong that it could move you to tears, because that's how powerful this business is. It can be something that could blow you away in this business, but you have to have the why that's going to move you through those tough times. So you have to be, you know, just like you have your why in your fitness that's pushing you through every single day to get your workouts done and to eat right, you have to have that in your business too to be consistent. Okay. So I think that's what I was saying. So make sure that you are telling your coach your why. Okay. Make sure whoever your coach is or if your upline is, tell them your why. Make sure they know too, because I like all my coaches to either email it to me, text it to me, Facebook it to me so that I can write it down. So I know that if Karen comes to me and says, gosh, Amy, I'm really struggling today. I'm hearing so many no's. I'm going to look right at her and I'm going to tell her, you know, look, you want this because you said you wanted this for this reason. Okay. You want to be, you know, there for your kids. You want to cut back your work hours, whatever you want. Like you have to, you know, let someone know. The accountability is a huge piece of this business. Okay. All right. So that's the why stuff. And that was all the fun and fluffy and exciting stuff, right? But now I'm going to get to the business stuff. Okay. So the business stuff. Number one, this is the first thing I always talk about. National wake-up call. Okay. So many top coaches in this business, so many leaders on our team, so many coaches in this whole network that are doing amazing have said that one of the first things that they did was listen to previous national calls to help them with their business. Okay. This doesn't mean like staying on the live call every time. It's great if you can hop on those live calls. I always say that. It's better live. But recorded podcasts are great too. And they're great to listen to while multitasking, right? Like it's hard to find time these days to do anything, especially when we have kids. But as I'm folding laundry, right, I can listen to a past national call. As I'm driving to the kids' school, as I'm driving home from the kids' school, you know, there's the podcast. If you go to your iTunes or whatever kind of phone you have, you go to that store, you can find Team Beachbody on there and download all the past national calls. Okay. So make sure that you're, you know, especially find the topics. You can actually search the topics and find something that you want to learn more about and listen to it. Okay. So listen to all those podcasts, fill those pockets of time that you have with personal development, with national calls. Okay. Oh yeah. And then another thing, you guys, become a morning person. I know that maybe you're sitting there saying, I'm not a morning person. And I said it, you guys, I said it for years. I am not a morning person. And I tried for a week or two to get up early and to focus on my personal development and my workouts. And I failed, but I didn't stick with it. And if I had stuck with it, it probably would have become a routine, but I just gave up. But you can most definitely become a morning person and read the Miracle Morning if you haven't. But morning time is the best time to really reflect and to like tell yourself affirmations and to read your personal development or to listen to a national call. Okay. Those are the best times to do it. And then when you go on to do your invites and you're messaging people and talking to people, you feel so much more positive and uplifting because you've already done your personal development. If I just dive into my invites, I just feel so like stale and so raw. Like I just feel so much better when I get that done before I talk to people. Okay. And then the second thing is our team calls. Team calls now are consistent. I was kind of wavering on team calls and we would have them, you know, in the summertime it was crazy. I'd have them one day, a Monday or a Wednesday, and it was just too much. So we went back to Sunday nights, and Sunday nights worked for us in the past. So we went back to Sunday nights. These are also recorded, but live calls are so much better, you guys. You guys can get the feel of the team, right? Get the feel of, you know, how we gel together as a team. You can ask questions live. Okay, I understand it doesn't work for everyone. Maybe 9 p.m. on a Sunday night is tough for some people, but do your best to get there live. Okay, and encourage your coaches to get there live if you have coaches on your teams. We have Megan Davies actually this Sunday night, so that's super exciting. She was really nice and accepted to do a team call for us. I'm echoing now. I don't like that. Okay, there we go. All right, so we do record the calls, we do post the recordings, but like I said, you get that tribe feeling when you're on the live calls, and I just always love being on calls live. All right, now we're gonna talk about Success Club. And Success Club, okay, I'm trying not to get like anyone too confused because I know that you hop on these calls and you're already overwhelmed. So I really just want to give you a basis of what Success Club is. And you're probably looking at our team page and seeing that there's these numbers up there, right? Like Success Club 5, Success Club 10. What the heck does it all mean? And I just like to say it's a measurement of how many people you're helping and how strongly or quickly you're building your business. Okay, that's simply just how I like to say that that's what we do. What it's based off of is Success Club 5 and Success Club 10. Okay, you can reach Success Club 5 by selling challenge packs or Shakeology on Home Direct. Okay, and each one of those things is 2 points. Okay, so let's say Nikki goes and sells a 21-day fix challenge pack and an all access challenge pack. She's at 4 points. Okay, let's say she goes and someone just wants Shakeology and Home Direct. She gets another 2 points. She is now at Success Club 6. So she's achieved Success Club 5. She's already there. She's helped her 3 people. And that's how I like to think of it, you guys, is that points is one thing, but it's the fact that it's lives that you're changing. So I just go into every month thinking that all of my coaches just need to help at least 3 people. Okay, 3 people to get them into a challenge group to help them start reaching their goals. Okay, that's the minimum. Okay, and then there's also another benchmark of Success Club 10. Okay, it's just a little higher. You're helping 2 extra people a month. So you are helping 5 people with a challenge pack or Shakeology and Home Direct, okay, to equal Success Club 10. Okay, you can also make your money back, right? If you bought a challenge pack at Coach Sign Up and you were helping at least 3 people with a challenge pack or Shakeology and Home Direct, you're making that money back that you already invested with the commission that you're making off of those sales, okay? So that's the goal, right? As a new coach, it's like, gosh, you know, I paid this money to invest in this business. I'm all in and I want to earn my money back. So all you have to do is help 3 people and you earn that money back. Some awesome, cool other things that you can earn through Success Club are you can earn trips. This is the thing that pushed me the hardest in this business when I first started. I could not afford to go on vacation. We couldn't. We were struggling. We could barely pay our own bills, so there was no way we could go on a family vacation. So I told my coaches, or told my family, my coaches on the brain, I told my family that I had to help at least 3 people so that we could go on a trip every single month. That was my goal. And the more you do that and you help at least 3 to 5 people a month, you start earning points, trip dollars towards a free trip, okay? You have to be consistent with it. You have to make that goal of at least 3 to 5 people a month, and you could get there, okay? So that's what my goal was in the beginning, and I hit that from the very first month that I started as a coach. I missed it a couple times in my first year as a coach, right around the holiday time. I missed Success Club 5, but I've been making it ever since then, Success Club 5 and Success Club 10 for 6 years in a row. And what happens then is that you earn these trips. We got to take our kids to Disney World, which we never would have been able to do for free, and our kids were free as well. So that's what Beachbody does. They reward you for helping people, which is really freaking cool. So those are just accumulated points, right? So like all of that every single month is going to get accumulated, kind of go into a little bank, and you're going to start to earn money towards your trip. Okay, I know it kind of sounds confusing, but free trip sounds good though, right? That's cool. All right. So if you really want to set a goal in this business, setting goals is great. It's something that's going to push you. You want to kind of have a goal written down every month. Set your goal for helping at least 3 people with a challenge pack or Shakeology. Why with the challenge pack? Because honestly, it's our whole system. It's our whole package. We believe the whole package is how they'll see the best results. Okay. So maybe someone says, okay, well, I think I just want the program. I don't want Shakeology. Then I just talk to them about how Shakeology has helped me. Okay. How it's helped me to avoid my cravings, how it's helped me to function during my mornings because I'm not a coffee person and I drink my Shakeology to give me energy in the mornings to get my kids off to school. Okay. I talk about how people see success with Shakeology and how it is really, truly the whole system and how they can stay on track with a meal plan even better if they're busting through their cravings with Shakeology. Okay. So, that's what Success Club is. And as a new coach, okay, most of you guys are brand new coaches. As a new coach, you can earn something called Success Starters. And that's simply just earning at least Success Club 5. So helping at least 3 people every single month for the first 3 months of your coaching journey. Okay. So you've helped 3 people in your first month. You win a call from Carl Deichler, the CEO. You're on a conference call with him. It's really cool. He's an awesome guy. And you'll hear from him, and he'll talk to all the new coaches on the call who reach Success Club 5. In month 2, if you reach Success Club 5, you also just get recognition from Beachbody, recognition from our team and your coaches and your upline. And then month 3, you win a free ticket to Summit, which is our amazing trip that I recommend every coach get to Summit. Okay, so by month 3, you win your free trip to Summit. That's amazing. So that's a huge goal. That's an awesome goal to set for yourself as a new coach, because you will get there if you're helping at least 3 people a month. And Summit will change your life. Like, Summit will do amazing things for you and your business. Okay, so I make it a non-negotiable for my business. And I tell all my coaches to do that as well. Make it a non-negotiable for your business, not only for the rewards and recognition, but because every single month when I hit Success Club on my whole 6-year journey, every single month my income increases because I'm hitting Success Club every single month. Okay, so it's going to help your business grow. It's going to help your team grow. It's going to help your income grow. Okay. All right. So for your first challenge pack, go to people who you trust, right? Like, talk to your mom, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your sister, right? Talk to your best friend. Now that could be your first challenge pack, right? Go to the people you trust at first. And if you want to up the ante and be where the leaders are on this team or where the leaders are in this company, stretch it and go to Success Club 10 every month. Okay. That's if you want to really grow this thing. All right. So, and we will help you find new people later on. After you talk to go to the people you trust in the beginning, we help you to find people later on. Okay. And I'm not going to get too much into that. So follow the top coaches. That's another huge tip. Follow the top coaches. Go to your coach online office. Okay. Hopefully you guys have found that, your coach online office. Go there and look under rewards and recognition and look under Elite 10. Okay, you'll find the top 10 coaches listed there. I think actually they might list the top 25. Search those people out and just follow their pages. Watch what they're doing. And I'm not telling you to go to their pages and copy word for word what they're posting. But check out how they share the opportunity. Check out how they share and talk about their fitness and their nutrition, and talk about how they share the business opportunity. Okay, check it out. Follow them. That is the thing that we did the most in this business. When we started, I literally stalked Mindy Wender. She's a great coach. She was kind of like me, super shy when she started, from a small town. So I felt like I related to her. So I followed her. And I kind of started picking up what she was doing. Brian did the same thing. He started following the top coaches. He went on YouTube. He never even took any type of training in the coach online office. He went to YouTube and watched it at night and just watched a bunch of coaches talk about their journey, talk about challenge groups, talk about Success Club. That's where he learned everything. So YouTube is another, really great source for you guys. Okay. All right. So honestly, in this business, there's so much information, right? There's so much for you, but you can also learn as you go. Okay. I can throw all this stuff at you in your first phone call with me and your new coach call, and I can tell you to do this and do that. But honestly, I learned as I went. And a lot of the coaches do just learn as they go. Okay. Message your upline, message your coach, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. We have so many people that come to us and say, I don't really want to bother you, with these questions. We do. We want you to bother us because this is what we do full time. So shoot me a message, shoot me a text, call me. I am happy to get on the phone. I'm happy to get on a Zoom call. I'm happy to do a 3-way call if you have someone interested in coaching. We can walk you through your first sale, right? We can walk you through your first message that you ever send to someone, right? You can send me your first message and say, hey, me, does this sound okay? And I'll help you, right? I'll help you and let you know if it sounds okay, or see how we can tweak it, right? Or your grand opening post, that's the first thing you're going to do as a coach, is to put it out there that this is what you're doing now. This is what you're doing with this opportunity. You're going to make that grand opening post. You can share that with me, right? Hey, Amy, does this grand opening post sound okay? My coaches do that all the time. Here's the picture I'm going to put with it. Does my wording sound okay? Okay. Ask your coach, ask your upline. Don't ever be afraid to, ask questions. All right, so that's Success Club. And the next thing I just want to say and talk about is our first rank advancement. And I'm not going to get too detailed. I don't want to confuse too many people. But when we're talking about goals for new coaches, the goals are Success Club and the goals are to hit Emerald Coach. And Emerald Coaches is simply just adding 2 coaches to your team. 2 coaches, one on your right leg, one on your left leg. They have to be active. So they have to purchase a challenge pack or Shakeology or something for at least 50 PV. Okay. This can be your sister. This can be your husband. This can happen pretty quickly if you wanted to, right? Like you can sign your husband, you can sign your sister, you can sign your best friend. It happens quick for some people. Some people it takes a little bit longer, and it's okay because this is your journey. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you have to hit Emerald by a certain point in time, but I'm telling you that once you hit Emerald, you'll see that, you know, the doors start to open up, right? Like you're officially open. Your business is open when you hit Emerald Coach. And then you're going to start to benefit from the success from your entire team. Okay. So as you add your 2 coaches underneath you, you're going to start to earn what's called team cycle bonuses. Okay. If your coaches start to help people like you're helping people, you're going to start to earn money through that. Okay. And that's where the residual long-term income comes into play in this business. And really Emerald just signifies to me that you're doing this, that, you know, you want this to happen. Okay. So you hit Emerald. You don't just stop there either. I want you guys to know that Emerald is just the first step. It's the first little promotion in your business. It's saying that you're all in, you want this, but then there's Ruby, there's Diamond, there's Star Diamond. There's so many different levels of rank in this business. And it's kind of just like repeating Emerald over again, right? You're going to sign 2 coaches and you're going to sign 2 more. Then you're going to help them reach Emerald. You're going to sign 2 more coaches, and it's just going to build from there. But I just like to simplify it by saying that you're going to hit Emerald over and over and over again, and then you're going to start to benchmark and hit more ranks as you go along. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't want to get too detailed into it, but I want you guys to know that if you're on this call, to me, it does mean to me that you want this, that you are ready to build this business. And I love that. That's so awesome. So I think my biggest advice is to have courage, okay? Because that's one thing I struggled with in the beginning, that I thought, okay, well, maybe, you know, maybe I'm just not good at this because I don't have the courage to really get out there and lead a team, or to be courageous and to post these things, that I was really scared to post at first. And then you just have to get past your fears and just do it anyways. I always say, just do it. Just go out there, just do it, hit post, get it done. If you think too much about it, you won't end up doing it. There's so many times when I'll sit there and contemplate a post, and then in the past, I would just not post it. But now I'm like, I read it one time over and I post it, because it's coming from you. If it's coming from your heart and it's coming from you, it's meant to be put out there. So just go for it. Okay. So getting to the next rank and always moving forward is what you do in a successful business. Okay. So put your CEO hat on and just put your blinders on and go forward. Get to Emerald, but don't stop there. Okay. So many coaches will get to Emerald and just, you know, not really know where to go from there, but don't get stuck. Like, reach out to your upline and say, you know, how can I move to the next level? You know, what can I do? What am I doing wrong? Brian and I are constantly talking to coaches on Zoom, on phone calls, like assessing, you know, their business and how to help them to move forward. So we're here for you guys, definitely here for you guys. So it's a team effort. That's really the last thing I want to say, is that this is a team effort. Like, we're here for each other. Okay. So I want you guys to know that. And then I just kind of want to see if you guys have any questions. I know that we have a brand new coach on the call. She's probably got some questions. And we have Karen here who might have some questions as well. So do you guys have any questions?
I think I feel better now just listening to you tonight. So
good. Yay. That was the goal. So that's good. Awesome. Just sharing, really, just being yourself, just sharing, and then just starting conversations, literally. Like, you don't even have to think about it as inviting. Think about it as like, I'm going to talk to this person and rekindle a friendship, or I'm going to just open the lines of communication. And then if they're following you and you're being consistent in your posts, you know, that will just come. It'll happen with time. So
I've got like probably 8 conversations going right now on Messenger.
That's good.
I haven't had anybody bite and want to buy anything yet, but I've been talking about it, and they're active, you know, they're still going. So I'm hoping.
That's a great start. That's more than I had in the beginning. Like, I had maybe 1 or 2 conversations in the beginning. So that's great. Awesome. Good for you. Hey, Karen, how about you? Feel a little better?
I will. Yes. And I feel like I'm getting there, and I feel like because I've started reading the personal development.
Mm-hmm.
So I just finished reading Mastering Mean Girl.
Oh, how'd you like it?
I loved it.
Good.
And then tomorrow morning I'll be starting Miracle Morning as my book came today.
Yeah.
So I will say, like, when I go to work, I was bringing my book with me, Mastering the Mean Girl, and it was on my desk. And my office manager and my coworker was like, "What's this? What's this?" I'm like, "It's personal development." And then I would just be like, breathe in and breathe out. Like, I was like, it is amazing. That's all I said. I'm like, it's absolutely amazing. And I would tell them, like, I always heard people talk about it, but I was like, I'm not a reader. Give me a magazine or something like that and I'm fine. But come to books time, forget it. I said, but I am in awe with personal development. And reading it, I'm like, yes, exactly. Like, that's me. Exactly. Like, I feel like I'm having a conversation with the book. So I truly now believe in personal development. Like, it's absolutely amazing.
That's so awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you decided to, take that step, because maybe it's something you resisted,
Exactly. I felt like, no, that's not going to work for me, or that's not me. I can't be that person. And it's being you. It's just someone else helping you to figure who you are. So I'm just like I can't wait to wake up tomorrow morning and start now Miracle Morning, I'm like just so excited. I just want to like keep getting the books and like just keep reading them.
I love it. That's so great.
I feel like that has definitely helped me with my self-confidence, being shy and not knowing, and also working on myself now, going on round 2 with Shift Shop, like that, like really starting a program from start to finish for myself is huge. And I feel like I'm starting to slowly, like, my puzzle's starting to come together.
That's perfect. That's the way to put it. I mean, your video, she's been in Shift Shop groups, and her videos, her and her husband do the workouts together, and it's just so inspiring to see. You're so funny.
Yeah.
Do you post them to your wall? Have you shared them?
I share them on my like Instagram story, like more Instagram, or my Facebook, like the business one. But I do share them like that way. And it was funny because now he actually went to the doctor tonight because he had strep throat, and so he wasn't here tonight, and I was like, oh, nah, maybe I'll take tonight. And I was like, no, because like that's him. Like, I still need to keep going,
Good for you.
Yeah, when he came home, he was like, I'm glad you did it. I'm like, me too.
Aw, so cute.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Isn't it cool, though, how it kind of all rolls together? Like, you being in the challenge group and you having the personal development, right? You're like, I have to do it even if he's not here, right?
Exactly.
That's so awesome. And you are going to do awesome, because you are getting great results, and I'm so excited to see what you're going to do with this. And that's what happens is slowly you start to get these results, and you start to share it on social media, and you start to bust through these fears, and then people come to you, right? And as you're inviting them, they're seeing what you're doing, so they're going to be more apt to say, like, yeah, what have you been up to,
Exactly. And like, I'm really, like, it clearly is, you have to be a proof of the product. Like, that is just, and now that's sinking into my head. Like, I have to do this for myself, to help myself and help others. Like, they need to see the proof, because talk is just talk. You need action.
Exactly. That's why I always start these calls with that, is it first and foremost, it's all about you. You have to focus on yourself, or you're not going to be able to help anybody else if you're not focusing on yourself. So.
Absolutely. Exactly.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you hopped on the call, and I'm so glad it helped. And I'm glad it helped you, Nikki. Do you have any other? Yes, Tanya.
I just wanted to give one of my best pieces of advice for my new coaches. And that is, like, when you're first starting posting, and I know it feels awkward, not everyone is seeing every post you make. And that is a positive and that's a negative. So when it comes to your confidence and you feel self-conscious that you're posting these things about yourself, remember, not every single one of your friends is seeing that post. So just speak freely from your heart, share with whatever, and know that literally probably 10% of your friends are going to see it. So don't get nervous if you're going to go live or if you're going to share something vulnerable. Not everyone is seeing it. And on the same flip side, as a negative, when you post out that you're going to have a challenge group, not everyone is seeing that post. So you need to post about things like that. You know, not all the time. You don't want to be bombarding your wall, but just don't think that everyone saw it and no one wants to join me. Because really, maybe 10% of your friends saw that. So 6 or 7 days later, you might need to post again about it. Like, I remember when I first started and I posted something, I just assumed every person I saw at my drop off at my kid's school had already seen my photo of me and my workout, and they already knew I was a coach and they already knew what I was doing. And really, like 5 of them out of 300 might actually have seen my post.
That's true.
Use that to your positive, and then also remember that when you're posting things and you think people aren't joining you, remember that you need to sort of get it out there different times of the day, different days of the week, try to hit different people. Don't think that everyone is saying no.
Yes. Great tip. No, that's awesome. And it goes too for like, if you do get any negative feedback too, like try to just shun it off. And it did used to bug me in the beginning, right? Like if you get somebody that says something negative or doesn't agree with your journey or what you're doing, like just shut it out, because those people aren't meant to be following you on your journey, and those people aren't meant to be on your team. The people that are, you know, loving your posts and liking your stuff, and you know, those are the people you want to join you. So anybody who has anything negative to say, who cares? Like, I don't want them on my team anyway, right? So it's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna get negative. I've gotten them very often, and I just shut it off. I'm like, I don't want that negativity in my life. You don't want that on your team anyway. So you want the positive energy. So I just want you guys to know that too. So yay. How about you, Michelle? I haven't heard from you. How are you?
Hey.
Yay.
I'm good. I liked that Tanya made that point. It's a really good point. And something else I want to add, I don't know if you girls have a free group going, but one mistake that I made was I would post everything in my free group and nothing on my regular Facebook page. And after a while, people in a free group, they turn off the notifications, and I didn't realize that. And I had a conversation with Brian recently, Amy, and he went to my regular Facebook page and he said, Michelle, I can't even tell that you are a coach because there's nothing on your regular Facebook page. And so I was like, okay, all right, I got to do it. And it's hard for me, even after being a coach for 2.5 years, it's something that I struggle with, sharing my journey on my regular Facebook page, but I'm learning to breadcrumb little bits and pieces my way and my words, not anybody else's words, my words. And it's starting to feel good to me. And I'm kind of coming out of my bubble. So just for you new coaches, it's okay to post in your free group. That's wonderful. But also breadcrumb little bits here and there on your regular Facebook page. How wonderful your life is now that you are a coach, and just the little bits about coaching and things like that. It does. It makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great point. I actually really agree with that, because in the beginning, you're super afraid to post on your regular Facebook page. Like, you know, people on there, your friends and family are on there. I resisted for a while, but when I finally, you know, took the plunge and I started sharing things on my Facebook page, like, people didn't come to me right away, but like eventually, like family and friends and college people that I hadn't talked to in 10 years since college or high school, they came to me because they were inspired by something I posted. So just know that you can reach even more people. Maybe you're afraid for them to see your thing, but you could reach someone that may need your help, that's on your regular Facebook page. So, you know, both of you as new coaches, I know it can be scary. You know, I know that it's one of those things you're like, oh my God, they're going to see me working out, or they're going to see, you know, that I'm a coach. But just know that, like, the right people will see it and the right people will want to join you. And you could impact so many more lives if you're sharing that on your page. Like, I could have missed helping so many people had I not started sharing on my Facebook wall. Like, family and friends that have joined me that really needed the help, that I didn't ever feel comfortable talking to in person, right? That were pretty overweight, right? That I was like, I can't mention it to them. But because I started sharing things consistently on social media, they came to me and said, you know, what are you doing? I need to see what you're doing because you've been so consistent. It's obviously working for you. So, you know, help me, you know? So that's pretty important, pretty impactful. So try to think about that as you start to kind of post a little bit, like Michelle said, breadcrumbing little bits and pieces here and there on your social media, on your Facebook. So thanks, Michelle. Good point. All right, guys. So what time is it? Yeah, we're getting pretty good here. So hopefully, you guys feel a little less overwhelmed. You feel a little bit more belief in yourselves. You feel a little bit more confidence. And just know that, this is just a natural process of the journey. It's just a natural thing where we're just going out there, sharing what we're doing, and trying to help as many people as we can just by being ourselves. This is an amazing business that we can help so many people just by sharing our journey and being ourselves. That's just crazy to me. And I'm telling you guys this right now, that if I can do this and I can be this person that had no experience when I started, super shy, no self-confidence, didn't have any business skills or social media skills, and I can make this work. And yes, it took time, and I've been in this business for 6 years, but I never stopped. I stayed at it. I stayed the course. I never stopped believing. I never gave up on myself as much as I wanted to at times. I kept going because I saw what could happen in this business, and I saw what could happen if I just faced my fears every day. So I stuck with it, and this is where we are today. So, it's crazy, but if I can do it, anyone can do it. Every single one of you on here can do it. You just have to believe in yourselves and know that you can do it. So, all right, guys. It was so great to see you all tonight. And this is recorded, so you guys can share it with your team. I'll share it to the team page as well. So, all right, guys. You feeling good? Everything good?
Good night.
All right. Good night, everyone. Bye, guys.
I've been looking for this forever. It's my popcorn love scrub from lunch. I thought it was my other friends. This is